Hi, I'm Shirley Delta Blow, and when I look like this, I'm she and hers. I am Colorado drag excellence. Well, I started doing drag in 2011. I am Miss Queen of Aces from the Colorado Gay Volleyball Association. So that's when I started. So I just celebrated my 10-year birthday. Yay, thank you. For my talent for that event, I did these, I've always loved Steel Magnolias, and so my talent was telling the story of Steel Magnolias in 4 minutes using 6 Barbie dolls as, the strong Southern women. So I knew that my name had to be, a strong kind of Southern name. So I thought, Shirley, it was Shirley Blow, it was all these different things, but Delta, it started with Delta Blow, like Delta Burke and Delta Work and things like that. So Delta Blow, she's been Delta Blow, she's had a hard life. But Shirley Delta Blow made it seem, it's 3 names, that makes sense. I did a show at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts called Drag Machine, and at the end of the show, like the entire audience is standing on their feet. There's 200 people, they're standing on their feet, they're dancing along to the music, we go out to the lobby, and a couple things about that night. One, the technical director and stage manager came to me and said, I have worked in this theater for 15 years, and I want you to know that has never happened here before. And so I felt, just really honored to be a part of that moment, to really be a catalyst for that much joy. And then similarly, later that night, I take off my drag and I'm back in my boy persona and my regular street clothes, and I go walking through the bar filled with all the people who just saw the show, and nobody recognizes me. So there's something magical really about that transformation with drag. I was in front of the audience for 90 minutes. They all knew who I was. But as soon as I took off my face, I could slip through the crowd, and there was something really, really, really magical about that. Shirley, Jessica often calls Shirley the nicest queen in Colorado. So I have that kind of, I'm a school teacher by day, so I have that kind of school teacher vibe. So I just kind of take that part of my personality and magnify it. So, I'm wearing this kind of, 50s style dress with a crinoline and all that. So I think my drag aesthetic is, something kind of nostalgic. There's a couple things. One, like the story I mentioned before, I love just really entertaining people, making people laugh, making people smile, bringing joy to their day, a little extra glitter. I always say every place should have at least a drag queen. Drag queen and puppies would be even better, but that would be fantastic. But the other thing about that is I love doing story time, going to libraries, reading stories for young people and their adults about being okay with who you are and finding your place in the world and whatever that looks like for you. And so those are 2 things that I really, really love about drag. My piece of advice for an aspiring drag entertainer is maybe when you start out, you imitate somebody else, but eventually do the thing that you love and find your aesthetic, find your drag, find your style, whatever that is. Because, before there was Lady Gaga, right? And now there's a whole bunch of Lady Gaga kind of impersonators. So take your time, have fun, and find yourself. I would love to see more drag in ordinary places, right? For a lot of times, drag has been at, gay bars, and now we do bingo, and maybe those are spreading out a little bit, but maybe story time at libraries, but just, I would love to see it every place. Hey, let's go to a stadium and do some drag. Let's go to the drag at the movie theaters. Let's go to a suburban church and do some drag. I don't know. I mean, spread that out, because I think the more places that are exposed to drag, the more people who are exposed to drag will realize that, people are just different. They're not bad. They're not scary. They're not dangerous. People like me, we're just different. And we're fabulous because of it.
This video is brought to you by One Colorado, one of our proud sponsors of Colorado Drag Excellence Video. One Colorado is the state's leading advocacy organization dedicated to advancing equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Coloradoans and their families. They effectively advocate for LGBTQ Coloradoans and their families by lobbying the General Assembly, the executive branch, and local governments on issues like safe schools, transgender equality, relationship recognition, and LGBTQ health and human services. Thank you so very much to One Colorado for sponsoring the Colorado Drag Excellence Video.